Damn it.
Sucks to suck. Sucks to suck.
And welcome to episode something in the 90s. I don't know what it is.
95.
95. Oh, welcome to episode 95.
Almost at a hundo.
Almost. Brian, why don't you be the host today?
Okay, welcome to
No, let's Calvin, you be the host today.
No, as long as Brian can take it. I don't have to listen to you. I'm good.
Well, I know who you don't like now, so
I think most people know who I don't like.
You know what, Brian? You get the next one.
Okay.
Calling it right here, folks. Brian will be the host of the next one. He will be the man in charge. So
we are
for this
most
one,
listened to podcast.
probably because they'll be like, "Oh, thank Christ, we don't have to listen to Maturo anymore." I'm your host, Tim, obviously, because
You said so.
Because I said so.
Yeah.
This is like, whose line is it anyway? Points don't matter. Shit's made up. What the hell? Doesn't matter.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as usual, I got Calvin. Calvin in the North, King of the North. How you doing, buddy?
Good. Did you see? Oh, wait. Oh, look. The Jays are winning.
For now.
See that? The Jays are winning.
They're gonna pull a maple leaf. Brian.
Hey,
Brian, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Why?
Because I asked how you were doing.
No, I'm doing good. Tired. Good.
Sound like there was some ulterior motive to me asking.
Yeah, it did sound like you had an ulterior motive to ask how I was doing.
Is it me or does Brian sound like he's in a submarine or something?
It does a little bit.
Hold on, let me check something out here.
We all live in a yellow
Brian's
submarine. In
Brian's
submarine. In Brian's submarine.
Oh.
Brian.
So.
Oh, I wonder if we could get a Grinds My Gears going tonight. I think I could get Brian going.
God,
I don't know. Is that better?
What can I get Brian? Yeah, it's better. What can I get Brian going on tonight?
Nonprofits in Rockland, Maine.
We don't have enough time.
Specifically, the two largest nonprofits, which would be the City of Rockland and the Farnsworth Art Museum. Brian, how you feeling about those right now?
I don't like property taxes.
How do you feel about property taxes, Brian?
They're too damn high.
And what do you say when you go into the city, Brian?
That I have to pay my ransom to live in the city of Rockland.
You know what else is high? Fucking gas prices.
Oh,
are you absolutely kidding me?
I filled the truck yesterday.
So we were running a bit low on our ride home yesterday. Probably wouldn't have made it home.
No.
Yeah.
And I looked at Brian and I was like, Brian, we got to fill up the truck. He's like, yeah. So we found a place, pulled in. He gets out, pumped. Thankfully, he had a big discount.
Yeah.
I allowed him my 10-cent discount with my Irving card.
10 cents off a gallon.
Because that's how I roll.
And it actually did save
$90 later.
Yeah. You're only at a quarter of a tank?
No, I think he filled it up.
It did fill, yeah.
Oh, that filled? Oh my God, I wish I was American right now. My little Corolla. I got a Corolla. I just went and filled it up. There was about just under a quarter of a tank left. $72.
Yeah, but that's Canadian. That's only like $28 American.
Right, and you're paying $90 for a truck,
which is American.
Right.
Yes, but that's nothing.
That's like $842 Canadian.
No. You're not carrying the right. You're not carrying the one enough. It's only 250. I think.
Oh God,
yourself.
I'm so glad we have a president that's building back better.
Oh my God.
And look, I'm not getting into the whole political discussion. I am neither Republican nor Democrat. I vote for who I think is going to be.
Tim hates everybody.
I am an equal opportunity hater when it comes to politics.
Yeah.
I just find it absolutely foolish that, hey, we're going to pray for Ukraine, but we're not going to do anything to really help them.
Yeah.
But we'll pray for you.
That's what the rest of the world's doing too, though.
Huh?
No.
That's what the rest of the world's doing too.
No. We have two. What was it? Oh no, they think there's 200 coming. We have like 126 families that have come just to Moncton.
Wow.
Like New Brunswick, Moncton area.
I'm not an advocate for assassinating, heads of state. I really am not. Saying
Tim,
it.
be careful. Timmy, be careful where this is recorded, Timmy.
I'm
Yeah.
public record. I am on recording here. I am not for assassination of heads of state.
Oh my God, we're gonna
I
get
am
the CIA
for
after
Oh
this.
my
removal.
God! Yep. Hi, yes, this is Brian Athern. Yeah, have you ever? What can you tell us about Timothy Matero?
Yeah, we're from the CIA. Oh no.
I don't understand how Putin is still in power doing the things that he's doing.
Oh, I don't know either.
He
I
has
don't get
dirt on everybody.
Probably.
He doesn't have dirt on me. I mean, he probably does, but
He probably does.
You have a
Zuckerberg's
cell
giving
phone. He
it to him.
probably has
he
Siri records.
probably knew that I stole a candy bar from Woolworths back when I was like 11 years old and got away with it.
Oh man, your mom's gonna whoop your ass now.
Nah, statute of limitations is over. I've stolen far more shit than that. I mean, not in the last 30 plus years, because
Hold on. CIA? Oh, okay. Hello. No, I don't know a Tim Matero.
Oh wait, what's this out my window?
Yeah.
Black helicopters.
Tim, there's a
don't
red dot on your forehead right now.
wait, Indian. Oh God, I did.
Oh, Timothy,
M.A.
you are here.
Oh God, this
You
show
are
is.
here.
Oh my God. Sorry, folks that were looking for 6.5 minutes of bowling talk. Have gotten 6.5 minutes of nothing.
There's some of them walking around with a red dot in the middle of their forehead. What is that? You are here.
Oh my God. Oh, let's talk bowling for a few minutes here.
Okay.
Let's get this back to bowling.
Bowling time.
Oh my God.
Jeff
You know what, Calvin? Go ahead, talk Canadian bowling.
Stop, bud.
Oh.
I'm in tears. What do you want?
So I did see a post here, and I meant to ask this before we started recording, but I'm going to ask it now.
Okay.
What's going on with Trevor Smith?
Trevor Smith has for the longest time battled with Crohn's.
Yeah.
And I believe that has attacked his system.
Okay.
And he was I don't know what the latest, so the latest update was, and just before, he was put into a medically induced coma. He's been in the hospital for a few months. So I don't want to go into too much detail just because.
No, I just
yeah. So they've got him on medication, and as of Saturday, they brought him out of. They're trying to get him out of the coma.
Yeah.
And reducing his medication. So
it's a nasty disease. I have a good friend of mine who has struggled mightily with it, and like Trevor has spent time in the hospital because of it.
Yeah.
So we here at Ripping the Rack certainly send our good thoughts.
Absolutely.
Prayers if you're a prayerful type of person, please give those to Trevor. We wish him well. And hopefully he gets better soon and back on lanes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, all right. So Canadian bowling.
Canadian, yeah. So last weekend we had the finale of the King of the Hill, and the winner of that was Andy Martin. He was the King of the Hill of the season. He the scores are kind of. I don't know who, what, where. Anyways, I can't see which ones are his scores because the names are cut off and the scores are kind of blurry. But anyways, Andy Martin, congratulations. I don't know who he beat in the final. There's no real results posted, so I'm just going off what I can see. So Andy Martin was the winner of that. Then we had our modified mixed provincials. It had been canceled the last, since COVID, obviously. And they weren't going to run it this year because the person who has run it has given up on it. because it's been canceled twice and kind of, doesn't want to, manage it, I guess. She was done with it, so it kind of died, and then Fairview sort of kind of revived it, and so they had it this weekend. There was 18 teams, Division A and Division B. I believe Division A went from 525 and up, and your Division B was obviously five below 525. So they had two divisions. I don't know. Oh, we lost Brian.
Yep, I just saw that.
I don't know who won the B division. I do know that after the, I guess, round robin, the top four teams that went into the playoffs. Hi back, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Were
Mhm.
Jeans, who finished first, Spare Us, who finished second, Dowie's Believers. I think it's supposed to be Believers, but I'm going to go with Believers because that's what it says.
I like Believers better.
Yeah, Believers. And then the Dream
Just said
Team.
bull livers.
Yeah, must be. Believers. So those four teams went into the playoffs. I don't have the results for those. I didn't see any posts or anything like that. But the A division, that was won by Freddie Beach Strikers, a team consisting of, I should just say Miranda's team. Actually, I could probably name them off. The Strikers.
Striker? I don't even know her.
I don't even know her either, but a striker.
I thought it was a band.
This
show is going straight to hell.
Oh yeah, we're terrible. We're the worst show.
Wait till I have a grind. I do have a grind my gears.
Question?
I'm gearing up. I was just on Twitter and I'm yeah. The world's going to shit. So let's have Tim have a little moment here.
All right.
Continue.
I'm excited. So yes, that was won by Miranda, which consisted of Miranda, Carol, her mother, and Travis, her brother, and Kevin Grattan, and Patsy O'Connor, and Nathan Brewer. And I think I'm missing one. Yes, Mary Lou Mowat. Oh, nailed that. I nailed that so good. And that team beat Jill's team in the finals. And the other two teams making the top four was McPhee's Bakery and Here for the Beer, I think. It says Here for the B because I think the R's cut off. So I'm going to say it's Here for the Beer. And that's Lloyd's team.
Huh.
Lloyd.
Shocker.
I know. Lloyd.
No, that is giving me PTSD.
Lloyd. I know we did that to you. That was bad. Oh, well, that's what started it all. That was the greatest moment ever, Tim.
What was?
When he beat you.
He saw 38 pins, kept it on the lane, and next thing I know, I'm looking at an 8-pin drop going, I think we just lost.
You're right, you did. So that was the tournaments. Upcoming tournaments, I will say we have one in Woodstock. It is BJ's second doubles. I don't know if this is going to be kind of like a bi-monthly type thing or what's going on. But anyways, his next doubles tournament, there's 16 signed up. He wants, I think he said 18 more. I'd have to just double check that quickly. But yeah, so that is June 4th at 9:30 in Woodstock. Message or get in touch with Woodstock Bowlicade to sign up. And yeah, I don't know what else. 100% handicap based off the highest team. That is the other thing. So it is handicapped. $100 per team. Yeah. So yeah, they're looking for, I think it's 18 more. So, or 8 more, I think. I can't remember. Too many numbers.
Okay.
But yeah, so sign up, get a hold of BJ, get a full tournament. Let's do this.
Cool.
Yay.
We got some upcoming stuff, and I know Brian's going to talk a little bit about this past weekend's new tournament series that's up and going.
Sure.
So coming up, I'm going to jump around just a little bit here, but we've got the Candlepins for Cancer TV qualifying that starts tomorrow. They are still taking sign-ups. I think it's tomorrow at 11 a.m. or 1. Thursday at 1, I think. 2 shifts on Saturday, 2 shifts on Sunday. That is at Millis, I believe. Brian, that sound about right?
I think so.
I think as well. But contact Candlepins for Cancer. You can find them on Facebook. You can they have their own website too, Candlepins for Cancer.
Or is it at Metro?
Oh, Metro. Yes, not Millis.
At Metro, yeah.
Thank you, Brian. That's at Metro in Peabody.
Peabody.
Peabody. It's in Peabody.
Be on your body.
Hey. This is PG-13.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
So that's this week. We've got Stars and Strikes in South Paris, Maine. They will be having their flyer out soon. They're all-nighter. This is like the 32nd, 33rd annual Russ Neely Invitational all-nighter.
Nice.
This is a 3-person. Is it
2 men, 1 woman?
2 men, 1 woman. Been a while since I bowled in it. Starts at 8 p.m. on Friday, July 29th, I believe.
I want to bowl in it.
They are taking 14 teams. They are not taking more than 14 teams.
And it is not capped. Is it scratch still?
I don't know.
It used to be not capped in scratch.
Yeah. So I don't know. But that is coming up. So watch for that. That will be on Candlepin Chat on Facebook. Reach out to Stars and Strikes, Rusty and Jody. They'll get.
It really is a good time. They usually have a potluck.
Oh, it's a great. It's a fantastic time. I'm just old and can't stay up that late anymore.
Because you bowl until 4 a.m.
Yeah. It's fun. It is. It's a fun time. Also, watch for the International Mixed Doubles Tournament at Augusta. That is coming up the end of August. I believe it's the last weekend in August. That is again, mixed doubles format. Saturday, Sunday event at 1710 Sports Center or 1710 Bowling Center, or just 1710 or Splitters Pub, or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm. That bowling alley on Route 3.
That bowling alley on Route 3. That will be coming up. See Candlepin Chat, see Mona Lamar for more information on that. We have the third and final Outrun the Bear of the year will be a scratch Outrun the Bear. Tentative date of Saturday, September 17th. 9:30 registration, 10 a.m. start time. Entry fee is $75. Guaranteed top prize. Guaranteed, folks, $1,500.
Come on down, Calvin.
This is a big one.
When?
I did see your name on there, Calvin.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was, my name's on there.
Nice.
I did put my name in.
I'm hoping. I'm hoping.
Geez, now I might have to put my name in so we can have the whole Rip and the Rat crew bowl.
There is also a name that some people might be familiar with.
Just maybe.
Mr. Tommy Ulster has signed up for it.
Nice.
Buybacks, it's unlimited for the first 3 rounds. If a bowler does not use any buybacks in the first 3 rounds, the bowler will have 1 buyback to use for remainder of tournament. The buyback cost is $20 for string 1, increases by $5 each string after. So 20, 25, 30. They are capping the tournament at 88 bowlers. They already have 41 signed up, I believe, if not a little more than that by now. But that's where we're at. Some names of people that have signed up include Calvin Locke, Tommy Olsen, Nick Norcross, Steve Reno Jr., Jimbo Aon.
All right,
Jersey home.
I want to go to bed sometime, Tim. We don't need to read the whole list.
Oh, we don't
People
want
can
to
see
read
it.
it?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Okay.
But yes, I'm
Tim
hoping.
Matero. Tim Matero
hoping.
has signed up for this.
I'm getting a car full, and I think we might go see even though they're shitty, go see the shitty Red Sox. So
Nice.
my
Yeah,
big
no.
weekend out of it. Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
So that's coming up. So sign up for that.
Oh, Tim.
Oh, that's
then-
in September. Does that means you guys are going to see a lot of the minor league guys the way the Red Sox are playing right
And
now?
then-
September.
We have the non-Can-Am Can-Am.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
That is the last weekend in October at Bangor Brewer Bowling Center.
The mixed country, we'll just call it.
The mixed country non-Can-Am Can-Am.
Yeah, sure.
Sign up. $110 a person. This is a Friday night. There's two shifts. It's either Friday night and Saturday night, or it's Saturday morning, Sunday morning. Playoffs usually start sometime around 12 or 1 o'clock, typically on Sunday. They are hoping to have 64 teams, I think it is.
Yeah, it
think
would
that's
be
what
two shifts of 32, 16 from each country.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, did she say she had 28, I think, signed up already?
Yeah, I think 28 signed up in the first day or something like that.
Yeah.
So that will hopefully get some of these tournaments back going, which would be cool.
Yeah.
Brian,
Yeah.
talk about this weekend.
Yeah, so down in Whitensville, we had the amateur Candlepin Bowling tournament that Matt Nichols ran. It was a beautiful day, so the turnout was a little lower than he expected, but it was still a great time. So it was a 3-string qualifier for this ultimate ladder. He took the top 20 as qualifiers, and actually he took. Yeah, because we had four ladders of 5, so he took the top 20. Top qualifier was Matt. He bowled 392 scratch in the 10 a.m. shift. Mark Gill was your second qualifier at 340, and I was your third qualifier at 360. John Ahern, no relation, was your fourth qualifier at 256 scratch, but it was handicapped, so he was able to qualify in the top 5. And then Brian Robertson was your fifth qualifier. He bowled 321. You had to bowl a total of 368 with handicap to make qualifying. I will go through just the championship bracket because, as Calvin said, he wanted to get to bed. So in the championship bracket, we had Matt Nichols against John Ahern in the first round. John advanced 137 to 119. Harry Preddy in the second round bowled John, and he advanced 95 to 92. And then Harry beat me in the finals, 115 to 108, as he had a great back half where he threw 3 out of 5 in the back half, including a strike with a spare on it. So he definitely he took it away from me, and he won. So congratulations to him. It was a good payout. Matt did a great job making sure that it was worth the trip for me and for everybody else. So it was a really fun tournament. Honestly, it was a good time, and the next one I believe is June 5th at a country club. I'll have to take a look at which one it is, but give me just a second here. Yeah, so the next one is June 5th. It's the random draw doubles elimination at Country Club Lanes in Hingham, Mass.
Okay.
Sign-ups will be available coming up shortly, so get in touch with Matt for that.
Do you think they'll have muffins available at that one, Country Club?
I don't know, but it is attached to a golf course, so bring your clubs.
So, yeah, I'm in a thing for blueberry muffins.
Ooh. I like blueberry pie.
I do like blueberry pie, too.
I could go for a really nice homemade
Do
blueberry
you like
pie.
it with Cool Whip?
Oh, you have to have Cool Whip.
Either
Cool
Cool
Whip.
Whip or ice cream. Either one. Or
No.
no,
How
you
about
can have
those crazy people that put cheese on pie?
No.
That's weird.
You know what? I ain't gonna lie. I put peanut butter on it before. Woo, that's delicious. You put some peanut butter.
Blueberry?
Yeah, on a top of any pie. It works. Just peanut butter right on the top. Put it in the microwave.
I can't even go there. this is a PG-13.
You
No,
might-
we're way past PG-13. That means you get
No,
one.
Tim.
You get
No,
one use
Tim.
of the word "fuck," and
No,
that's all you
Tim,
get.
not that way. No, Tim, not that way.
Okay, everyone. So let's talk about something else. Maybe we'll talk about.
So here's my question. I got a couple of questions that were asked this weekend for the
Okay.
show.
Let's go.
At what point is there a saturation of tournaments? And
October.
well, it was brought up because there was a tournament at Exeter. Oh, I should talk about that. The Chicha Rose Between Two Thorns was Saturday. I'd talk about it, but I sucked and I almost threw my bowling balls down Route 101.
Again? Good
Well,
job,
let me
bud.
put it this way.
You were the thorn.
I
Sir.
have had, in my bowling career,
Yeah.
I have had at least 3 times in my career
Okay.
where in 3 strings, I
Okay.
was within 30 pins of what I bowled for 5 strings on Saturday. I went 525 on Saturday
For 5 strings?
for 5 strings.
Yeah. What's your point?
My point is,
it's
it's
That makes him
about
angry.
it's about 20 pins a string below my average, roughly.
roughly,
That's a lot.
but it's just 5 strings.
I know, but then I pulled a 104 in the playoffs to
You
go
got-
along with my average of 105 for the day.
You bowled your average almost.
Yeah, you bowled your average. You're pretty close to your average.
I did. I just
Yeah.
so-
Why? It's obviously your team let you down. You bowled
yeah,
your
you know
average.
what? You're right.
Yeah.
Damn it, Amanda and Jeff, you guys let me down.
Yeah. You averaged 105 for the day and threw 104 in playoffs. They shouldn't
Right.
expect any more from you.
Consistency.
Yeah.
You know
Absolute
what?
consistency.
I feel so much better now. Thank you,
Yeah.
Carlton.
You're welcome. Your
Thank
team
you.
let you
Calvin
down.
does.
Yeah.
I will congratulate Dean Sullivan, Nikki McKeever, and Nick Leach. They ran the table, won the tournament, so congratulations to them. But that kind of brought up the whole point is we had that tournament going on the same time as Matt Nichols was trying to start up his tournament, and it just got to thinking of there's a lot of tournaments to choose from, and at what point is it too saturated where you're not getting the amount of entries that you normally would? Because people have, again, it's a good problem to have. I'm not
Yes.
saying this is.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is a problem. I'm saying, at what point does this become a problem?
Yeah. I don't know that it becomes a problem, I guess. Yeah, it is a tough because it's a tough situation because that's some of the problems that we have here in New Brunswick is that people are going to their in-house tournaments because they're easy. They're right there. You can just, what are you
Sorry,
laughing about?
I just had a friend of mine, because I always send out a snap of us, I go like this and I said taping the show so people know that it's coming up tomorrow. I just had someone go, "Why do you have a dildo coming out of your head?" And it's a fucking bowling pin behind.
Oh, we always knew you were a dickhead.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so
Sorry.
it's all good. It's all good. And with the cost of traveling and everything like that now, and the cost of everything, to be honest, having your in-house tournaments is the way to go because you're not going to get those big tournaments anymore. You might get one every couple months, maybe every 3 months, but you're not going to get one, say, every other weekend or, once a month. It's just too much for some people. So I think having too many tournaments is not a bad thing. but it could get bad if people stop going to the in-house ones just to go to the once a month ones. So, but I don't think it's a bad thing at all.
Brian?
I think it only becomes an issue when you have like major tournaments falling on same dates. Like if you have a state tournament, or like if somebody tried to run something on Easter against the Easter Classic, or if someone tried to run something the same weekend as the Maine states or the Massachusetts states, like that's when you're going to start getting into a problem where there are these tournaments that you have to bowl in to qualify for certain other events that you can't bowl in something else. I think that's the only time you really run into a problem, is when you're missing qualifiers or something. Or if somebody has tournaments when they're doing Candlepin for Cancer qualifyings.
Yeah.
And you legit are having people choose.
Yeah. So that leads me to my next question. That it's not. They asked me. It's a kind of a yes or no question, but I kind of want to expand on it a little bit. And they were like, they asked, have you ever thought about building a website with a calendar that people can use? And
so we have that on Facebook.
Here's the thing, though. Not everyone uses Facebook.
Wow, that's true.
So, and I know Lexi has really tried, especially down here, to put a comprehensive calendar together.
Right.
And I know you guys have up there.
Yeah.
Like, I know Jess has tried and things like that.
Yeah. And for the most part, we've kept it updated, and it has worked for the most part. Like I said, I mean, there's tournaments here and there and blah blah blah, but for the most part,
here's my thing, and this is what got me thinking, which sometimes can be a very scary thing, as Brian can attest, is when Tim gets thinking. If there was a website, Candlepin Bowling website, you would think there would be something, I don't know, like.
There used to be. Trevor Frizzell used to run a Candlepin website, and then he just got tired of updating it. And
yep. No, and I know it takes.
And we had the Voy forum, and not never seen that ever again. But everybody used to communicate on there and do that stuff too, right? So.
But if we had a website, and I'm thinking now more a Ripping the Rack website. Like if we had our own website where we had past shows, things like that, and then we had a clickable calendar where someone could click into it.
Projects in my future.
Well, no, the problem, Brian, is I've already researched and looked into things like this because I've really wanted this. But number one, we don't make money off of this. This is not a monetary thing that we do.
But we'll take your money if it helps.
Well, no. To really put a website like this together, this isn't like a $50 GoDaddy, hosting. This is a, $1,000 to $2,000 startup just to get it going. And then it's, $50 to $100 a month for your hosting and your things like that. This is not an inexpensive thing.
Yeah.
So if someone wanted to give us $5,000 and say, hey, here's seed money, get a website developed and go be a little more professional, fuck, I'm all for it. I don't have $5,000.
Yeah.
That was a pretty shitty Shark Tank pitch, Tim.
Yeah.
and I don't know, honestly, I don't know anyone that has an extra $5,000 that they would just want to put in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it got me thinking that, yes, we have Facebook. Yes, we have Candlepin Chat. Yes, some individual bowling alleys have their own websites, things like that. But if there was one central website where someone could click on the date, hey, what's going on Saturday, whatever, and you click on it, and it's, okay, there's Candlepins for Cancer roll off here. There's this going on at BJ's up in Woodstock. There's this going on here. Well, now you have a comprehensive place where you can start to put things together.
Yeah.
That's all. I just think it would be really.
I hear you, for sure. Absolutely.
And the last question I had before we go into a grind your gears thing is, this first one was like, can you discuss why anger/attitude does it hurt the game of Candlepin Bowling? Does it hurt the person? Or is it just an overblown sake of things?
I think it depends. It depends. It definitely hurts the person because everybody sees it happen, and people will take it. Will have an opinion on how you handle a certain situation, or whoever is getting grumpy. So yes, it hurts the person because if you look like an asshole, you're gonna look like an asshole. It hurts the game if it is in a moment where the public is around or there's kids around or something like that. Like, shouldn't be slamming the ball rack and dropping F-bombs next to a birthday party or telling kids that Santa isn't real or something like that on a.
You mean someone's... God, what a dick.
Yeah.
But if it hurts the public perception of our already dying sport, then yes. Like, you don't want to read in the newspaper about, hey, there was a league night and then the cops had to come because two people got into a fist fight.
Yeah.
But
well, let me ask you this, Brian. And I don't really know as if I've ever asked you this of all the years. Have you ever almost thrown hands in a bowling alley like that? Because of something like that?
never something directed at me. I have had enough of some particular person running their mouth a little bit too much and was like, dude, let's just go finish this. And then it never, of course, people's barks are bigger than their bites, but.
What do you think, Calvin?
I've never thrown hands, and nor do I think it's appropriate to ever throw hands at a bowling alley.
Neither do I.
There was almost one time in that Fredericton tournament. Oof, that was.
But
that could have been interesting.
Well, let me ask you this: if
I've seen some almost thrown hands at the 560 in Moncton.
Yeah, and at the Worlds. Remember with the Worlds 2013?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask you this, Calvin. Let's take the Worlds for an example, because you've bowled enough, Brian. You've bowled enough, and I've bowled enough. You take someone that they're extremely competitive. Maybe they slam a bowling ball, not all the time, every once in a while. Maybe it's once or twice a turn, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it right now as we're recording. I don't necessarily have a particular issue with that. Dropping an occasional F-bomb. You miss a shot and you go, fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pro athletes do it on live TV all the time.
Hell,
yeah.
I did it this weekend.
Yeah.
I try not to. I guess what I'm talking about isn't necessarily that level of anger or whatever. I mean, I do have a particular issue if you're, actively kicking the ball return, knocking balls over,
Yeah.
I've done that, and I'm still 30 plus years later. I'm still embarrassed that I did that. I'm talking a little bit of
being a poor loser.
A poor loser and a poor winner, because we've all known people like that.
Yeah, sportsmanship is the issue.
So, do you feel that impacts a person? Meaning, and I'm going to answer this. I'll answer it first, and you kind of see where I'm going with this.
Okay.
I'm going to say yes, because I've seen it firsthand with me. That my attitude on the lanes, how I treated people on the lanes, as I was bowling or coming off the lanes, impacted my ability to be on good teams for quite some time. Because your better bowlers did not want to bowl with me, because they didn't like my attitude. They didn't like me.
And let me bounce off of you, Tim, because I'm the exact opposite. I always felt that my attitude allowed me to get on a lot of really good teams, because I am not a great prolific bowler. I'm an average to above average bowler on most days, but my attitude and me being a team guy helped me get on a lot of really good teams, a lot of really talented guys. So yes, personal attitude's a big thing.
Calvin?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like we kind of touched on this last week a little bit, and or last 2 weeks ago, I guess, a little bit. I'm a little, because I mean, you see, for example, and we said, people in the big sports do it all the time. They just showed the, big blow up of Big Poppy. When he blew up and completely destroyed the phone and everything.
Yeah.
And there you go, Tim. Exactly that.
Yeah.
You laugh at that. But when somebody smacks a ball rack or something like that, you're like, oh, how dare you? I mean, it's somebody's passion for the game. If they're upset, like, you don't go throw a ball through a wall or something like that, or don't go drop kick a post and break something. Like, don't do that kind of stupidity. But to take a ball and smack another ball and make a loud noise, come on, grow up. Like, who cares?
And that's not what I'm talking about, though.
No, I know, but that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Attitude on from somebody else, like getting upset at themselves, is fine. Like, and that's again when we talked about the worlds and having good teammates and stuff like that. My teammates up on the lanes, you can be as angry as you want. If you want to be angry at those pins, the better. Throw your ball as hard as you want. Bang the ball racks. I don't care. Come off the lanes. Take that shit away and enjoy yourselves, because that's the attitude that brings everybody down, is the attitude that comes off the lanes. But the one that's up on the lanes, I'm okay with. If you want to bang ball racks and do that, all for it. Go, because that's letting the aggression out. And the
I understand that. The only thing that bothers me, though, about that, and I've done it. I've seen Brian do it. Calvin, I've seen you do it. We've all done it. Slam the ball, yell fuck, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's, as I've gotten older, I'm more conscious of the people around me that are trying to bowl as well.
Yeah.
When I'm one step into my approach and all of a sudden when someone goes bang like that, 1 or 2 lanes over, I can't help but be affected by that.
Right.
Okay. I'm not talking about the one that does it on lane 1 and 2 and I'm down on lane 23 and 24.
Right.
Although I've heard some good ones.
Oh, I've probably done it, but I
had a new one yesterday. Tim even commented on it. I threw a really awful ball, and I just started laughing. Tim's like, I thought that showed good growth by me. Didn't swear. Yeah. I didn't yell.
That was good.
I just started laughing.
I guess what it is, and I think I'm not going to name names, and I don't want to name names because I really don't want this to be a forum for that. I'd rather this be a forum for saying the good things that people do.
Right. Absolutely.
But I had someone recently, meaning sometime in the last couple of months, have this conversation with me, and they're like, I don't care what people think of me. I'm going to be me. And if you don't like it, then you can pretty much fuck off.
Right.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
But guess what? That attitude is not going to get you to bowl on the best teams. And
no.
Because you tell me that you bowl to win. You pay your money to win. I think we all pay our money to win. But we're going to try to win.
Right.
But as I get older, I realize that winning, well, yes, it's important. It's the sportsmanship and the class at which you do it. God, look at me. I'm sounding all grown up and everything.
You're describing Craig Holbrook and Bobby Witt and guys like that.
I'll tell you right now,
yeah.
I have a tremendous amount of respect for Craig Holbrook, Bobby Wickham. I'll throw Jeff Surratt in there because very rarely do you see him, go off. You just don't see it. Anyone that carries themselves that way, that have Hall of Fame resumes, are very impressive to me. Tommy Olsa, you never saw Tommy throw.
Russ was like that too, wasn't he? Russ
Neely. Charlie Marlin would get mad, but he would get mad at himself.
And break his glasses.
And he'd break his glasses. He wouldn't slam bowling balls. He wouldn't, call other people names on other teams. I mean, I've seen that. Like, you're blaming a loss on another team. No.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. The older I get, the more, yes, my competitive drive is still there. Yes, I want to win as badly as I did when I was 20 and as I was 30 and as I was 40. But the more I want to do it the right way. I want to do it with friends. I want to do it with the people that I respect and the people that I enjoy hanging out with. And it's only been in the last year or two that I've truly come to that realization that, and this is a one good thing with COVID that's happened with me, is I find myself wanting to be around my friends more, wanting to bowl with my friends. I want to win. Holy shit, do I want to win? So if you are that person that has anger or attitude problems, talk to me. Come see me at a bowling tournament. No, I'm fucking dead serious. Come talk to me.
It works. I did it.
I will explain to you how my progression from the dick / asshole / douchebag. Well, I'm still all of that, but not on the lanes like I used to be. I'll use Jeff as an example. We were talking about on Saturday. Angie picked me up from the tournament when we were done, and Jeff and I were talking and we were laughing and we were making jokes and things, and Angie just looks and she goes, "Oh my God, you guys are just like brothers, like your sense of humor and everything else." And Jeff looks and he goes, he goes, "I've known Tim for 21 years, since I was 18. He goes, "I used to think he was an absolute dick. Like, he was an ass." Mike McIntosh said the same exact thing to me last week. We were chatting on something. He goes, "I got to admit, first 10 years, I fucking hated you. I thought you were just a complete dick." And it made me realize how I was on the lanes had a massive effect on what people thought of me off the lanes, because that was not me off the lanes.
Right.
So, long-winded way of saying, don't be a dick on the lanes.
That's true.
Shit, we're way past what we were going to do. Do we have time for a grind? Do we want to get into a grinding of gears, or?
How about we just talk about the most absurd fucking thing that has happened in sports in the last, I don't know how many years.
Moved on, baby.
No. How do you no-hit a professional baseball team and lose?
Welcome to the AA Cincinnati Reds.
Bobby Witt and I had this conversation yesterday in Exeter, and we both kind of agreed. If you don't spend money to win and you're in that bottom half of teams that get luxury tax money, if you don't spend a certain amount of money and you just pocket it, you shouldn't get that money. Because this is what happens. Yeah. It is the bad news bears. They might as well play that music every time the Cincinnati Reds take the field.
Oh,
dun, 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 dun. It's just awful.
It's embarrassing. It is sad.
Well, how about the Oakland A's fans making a statement and only having 2,000 people show up to a game?
Which is what it should be.
Yeah.
If you're gonna, number one, you've made it public that you don't want to play in Oakland anymore, that you want to move to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what, there, buddies? You're gonna lose fans.
Yeah.
They're kind of angry at you now.
The other one was, Brian, I don't know if it was you that said this to me yesterday when we were driving home in between your rants on local politics and everything else, that there should be a salary cap in baseball, but there should be a salary floor in baseball.
You should have a minimum that you have.
There should be a minimum.
Absolutely.
Spend. And if you don't get the luxury tax money.
Yeah.
You don't get the TV money.
100%. 100%. If you're not going to put the money into a team, you shouldn't have the team.
The Pittsburgh Pirates have done this for years.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I never agreed, and this isn't the same thing, but Like Miami, they like build a team, they spend a stupid amount of money, they win a World Series, and then they just blow it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then they live in crap for 20 years. Then they'll do it again. And it's not like this is why people have a problem with baseball now, I think.
Miami
There's no
Marlins.
parity. There's no parity in baseball anymore.
Miami
Yeah.
Marlins won their first World Series, and the very next year blows it up.
Oh yeah.
And then wins another one. What was it, like 10 or 12 years or whatever it was?
They won in 96.
97.
They won in 97. They won in 03.
Yeah.
And then blew it up again.
Yeah. And in 96, they had Kevin Brown, Mike Lowell, Gary Sheffield.
Mhm.
And then in 03, they had
Randy and
Beckett.
Sherling.
Yeah. I know. I just
Yeah.
I love watching sports. I just
Money has ruined sports.
yeah,
Honestly.
well, it has and it hasn't. Like the NFL, in my eyes, the NFL does it right. They have a hard cap and they do have a floor. Like you
Might
got
be the one thing the NFL does right.
I know, but it's created for the most part. It's created parity in the league.
Yeah.
The NBA is getting better.
Well,
It is.
look at the NHL. All 16, well, maybe let's go 15 or 14. All 14 of those teams could probably win a cup.
Yeah.
You look at the NHL
Mhm.
and you look at the points. This is the first ever year in like the whatever bracket, whatever they said era. Anyways, that all 8 playoff teams had over 100 points. Like those 16 teams were so good compared to how shitty the rest of the league was. So it's that parity, and any one of those 16 teams could win the Stanley Cup.
Yep. I still think I think Tampa's your odds-on favorite, just because they have
they're just
Vasilevsky.
so good.
He's just the best goaltender out there, and it's a prime example of in hockey, one player can dictate the entire game.
Absolutely.
Unlike the NBA, when they say one player can do it, well, look what Giannis did. Giannis absolutely smoked all 7 games. He was unbelievably amazing in that series.
He can't score 80 every game.
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
But if you take a goaltender,
He can stop 64.
he can stop 64.
He needed 65, but he could stop 64.
You know, it can be done. Tim Thomas, when they won that, when the Bruins won the cup in the
Oh yeah, he stood on his head.
he stood on his head. He carried the team. That happens a lot, but that in other sports you don't have that.
No.
The only one I can think of in the NBA was when LeBron took Cleveland the first time to the finals.
That was and that was a
and they lost,
team.
but he had no help.
Yeah.
You can almost say the same thing though with Shaquille O'Neal in 92 or 93. 94.
Yeah, when he was his first year with Orlando.
Second year when they got Penny. Now they had Penny too, but he was still way too young to be in that kind of thing. And Shaq had to go up against Olajuwon.
Yeah.
That was like, but he took that Orlando team to the finals.
Yeah. But that doesn't happen often.
No, and that's why.
And it certainly doesn't happen in
Yeah.
baseball. Because look at Mike Trout. Mike Trout's the best player in baseball, and what's happened with him in California is they rarely make the playoffs.
Look at all those. Alex Rodriguez won MVP with Texas, and they were the worst team in baseball.
Yep. So no, that's
go
Cincinnati.
You gotta have a team behind you. Yeah, go Cincinnati.
Go Cincinnati. Oh my God, A
couple of years ago, they were young and they had a lot of potential.
They were a playoff team last year.
And now it's just
they were in the playoffs. Playoffs.
We're talking about playoffs. We can't even beat a team with a no-hitter. We're talking about playoffs.
So anyway, folks, thank you. Thank you for making 95 episodes. We do this because honestly, we enjoy the game of Candlepin Bowling. We have fun with it now. Asked me 20 years ago, and I don't know.
Saturday.
Or asked me Saturday when I was feeling like jumping off the roof.
Yeah.
Building's not high enough.
No, I know. I just would have hurt myself. Yeah. No, thank you, folks. We appreciate you listening. Please send us your questions, your comments, your concerns to rippingtherackpodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter. We kind of are on Instagram, but we haven't posted in months because it's just one more social media site at Ripping the Rack Podcast. Brian,
Yes.
where else, with your dulcet tones, please inform everyone where else they can hear us or see us.
Well, Tim, you can see Ripping the Rack Podcast on YouTube.com. You could hear Ripping the Rack Podcast on Anchor, Breaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and wherever else you listen to your podcast mediums.
I know. I feel so relaxed after he does that.
Feel so relaxed.
You're floating down a river in a canoe. You can hear the water falling off of the tree.
No, because now I got to pee.
Calvin's asleep.
Now I gotta go to sleep.
All right, folks. Thank you. Have a great couple of weeks. We will see you guys in a couple of weeks.